Hello there! It has been a month since the last Shy Guy Bites, which was supposed to become a weekly or a fortnightly thing, but didn't. Never mind. Anyhow, today I just want to share my thoughts on nationalism, patriotism, Happy Independence Day, Pakistan and India. So what are my thoughts? Well, I still am one of those many who think that partition was the wrong choice to make. Being from a Muslim background and everything, basically my granddad from my mother's side, he was part of the All-Muslim League before they decided that they wanted to form Pakistan. And then he made his opinion very clear that he didn't want to have a part of this and thought it was a very, very bad idea. And I'm very, very proud of him for having made that decision. Despite this, according to my mum, he was still tailed by the government on suspicion of being a Pakistani spy when the family decided to stay in India. Never mind. But anyhow, my thoughts on Pakistan, and I mean no offense to any of my Pakistani friends or anybody from Pakistan, but I can't understand why should anybody be proud of the country they're from. It's not even why are you proud to be Pakistani, why are you proud to be Indian, or why are you proud to be Muslim, why are you proud to be Hindu. I think it's just this whole pride thing. It's not a nationalism thing, it's not a patriotism thing. It's like, why can't you just be proud to be you? Why can't you be proud to be proud of yourself for the things that you managed to do today, for the things that you managed to do months ago, years ago? I mean, this is going off on a tangent and everything, but basically the whole idea of like proud to be an Indian, proud to be a Pakistani, proud to be a Brit, proud to be an American. You can be a terrorist and call yourself a Muslim. You can be a beef eater and call yourself a Hindu. You can be somebody who does not love your neighbor and call yourself a Christian. Everybody has the freedom, the right to call themselves what they want to call themselves. But why should you be proud to be such a thing? Anyhow, back from that very strange tangent to whole identity crises. I just don't understand why Pakistan was made to happen. I mean, from the, Pakistani point of view, apparently Jinnah and many wanted there to be a country for Muslims because they felt that as the minority in India, they would be persecuted, they would be looked down upon. But then Pakistan itself, Ahmadis are looked down upon, and then you've got the Sunni-Shia divide, and then you've got everybody who's not Muslim who is looked down upon. So how has it made it any better? And then the Muslims who stayed in India. In Modi's India, they're not exactly having the fairest experience. So generally, how has the partition of India helped anybody? Other than, as usual, people who feed the war machine. People who sell weapons. Cause some division, cause some havoc, get some power. That's always been the way, divide and conquer. According to Viceroy's House film, yes, but apparently Gurinder Chadha did come up with new information that showed that Winston Churchill was always planning to divide, stoke the fire to divide India and Pakistan because A, they wanted to make sure that the Soviet Union, what is now Russia, could encroach and become a bigger power than it already was, and B, they wanted to keep hold of Karachi because it was kind of like the Suez Canal and had access to oil. Yes, even back then, the eye was on oil. What infuriates me so very much is that there are people who are in power who want to stay in power and will slow down human progress and slow down other countries' development just so they can hold on to power. And things have not changed to today. Trump, May, Modi. It just is really stupid, and these people are getting away with it, and they're increasingly getting away with things. You see what's happened in Charlottesville and you think, alright, that's the final straw, but seriously, how bad do things have to get before they can get better? How many people need to die before people say enough is enough? World War II! It took millions of deaths for people to come to their senses. Is that really what it needs to take again? What is this resurgence of nationalism? What is this idea of make America great again, make Britain great again, make India great again? Let's go back to Hindutva, let's go back to white America, white Britain. Let's make an entire freaking state of Islam. It's happening around the entire world and nothing is stopping this tide happening. I mean, the only time I can really think that, "Way, go India!" is sport. And that's only because I need somebody to support. Why do I support India instead of England if they're playing in a game? Maybe it's the whole underdog thing. I always go for the underdog. Even if sometimes India may be the better cricket team, I guess I just sort of like think of all those many years of persecution and be like, yeah, payback, biatch. Otherwise, am I proud to be Indian? Probably as proud as I am to be British. There's a lot that India did for the world. There's a lot that Britain has done for the world. There's also a lot of freaking stupid political decisions being made in both countries right now. They are both at the moment, they are both two of the strongest countries in the world, yet they are both being run by idiots to the ground. So for that reason, no, I'm not that proud to be either. Am I proud for what they have stood for in the past? Yes. I am proud that the English abolished slavery. The British did a lot to bring forth, LGBTQ rights, and there isn't a more cosmopolitan area I can think of in the world. Then, okay, maybe not so much the UK as in London, but that, as much of a northerner that I am, yes, that's another freaking identity crisis. Brought up in Manchester, in London for the last 8 years. What does that make me? I don't know. I don't care. But generally, yes, one of the things I love about the UK is its multiculturalness. I know that's one of the reasons what has led to this stupid freaking backlash. But one of the things I'm proud of is that you can have some of the best Chinese, Lebanese, Indian, Afghani, Japanese, any kind of food. You can find it in this country, and I've not found that anywhere in the world. And it always tastes so good. We are spoiled for food right now. India is definitely going that way as well. I mean, one of the most annoying things about being Indian is that you can never really vanquish your Indian taste for spice. So whatever you get in the UK, you can now get to a point in India, but amended for the Indian palate, which makes it just that little bit more nom for someone like me. I am all for globalization. I believe in one world. I believe that we should share knowledge. I believe that we should have provinces. We should have regional control. And that regional control should be part of a bigger landmass. And that landmass should be part of an even bigger landmass. And hopefully by the top of this, there will be somebody who's not a dictator, but people who are overall just governing a town, a country, a world for the good of the human race, rather than their own pockets or the bankers who are funding their fricking electional campaign. Rant over. This was a lot more serious than A.R. Rahman. Let's see what's next. Bitey bite!